what's up guys, Infernape here, and now I'm going to talk about what I think are the best to worst Pokemon games. How I'll rank them is the game playthrough, the graphics, and what Pokemon I like from that specific game, or region. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a massive thumbs up, and also let me know down in the comment section below if you enjoyed it. Or better yet, let me know what is your favourite Pokemon game. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, I'm going to start with the worst Pokemon game in my own opinion. If you hadn't been around this channel much, then you probably won't be able to guess. But my least favourite Pokemon game, or in my opinion, the worst Pokemon game, is Black and White. Now, I will admit any day of the week that Black and White do have a few pros. The storyline was really good, and the graphics were pretty good as well. However, the cons overweight the pros. I didn't like that when we were playing Black and White, we could only use unit of a Pokemon. That we can't use any of the other generation and Pokemon. Like, that got me really annoyed because most of the Gen 5 Pokemon were absolutely crap. Not only were the Pokemon pretty crap, the starters were absolute hot trash. Literally, Emboar is probably the best one, but it's not that good as a firefighting Pokemon. Samurott I've gotten more liking to Samurott, mainly because I use it in a Black and White 2 playthrough, but I hate Superior with a burning passion. I will admit there are some good Pokemon on in Gen 5, like Hydreigon, Haxorus. Well, Emboar's okay. Conkeldurr was alright, but it's pathetic in a playthrough. I love Volcarona and I do really like Ferrothorn. But still, Gen 5 in my own opinion was probably the worst region, and Black and White was definitely the worst games ever created. Okay, the next set of games is definitely really popular. Well, it was really popular when it first came out, but I definitely think it's died down a bit, and that is Sun and Moon. Now, Sun and Moon is here because of the same reasons that Black and White was last. But I do think that Sun and Moon was a little bit better since they had 3D graphics and megas. But still, I definitely think the cons outweigh the pros. Like, the Stars Pokemon were absolute crap. The Pokemon weren't that much better. I didn't really like how you're supposed to travel between 4 islands just to complete the game. And the main issue is, they got rid of the gym leaders. How could you get rid of the gym leaders? I do admit the island trial was kinda cool, but I definitely think that the gyms is much better. Let me know down in the comments if you preferred the trials or the gym leaders, because in my opinion, gym leaders are way better. But the major downside is, there aren't many cool Pokemon from Gen 7. Like, Tapu Koko's pretty cool, but I do really love Ash Greninja. Like, that's probably the best Pokemon in Gen 7 in my own opinion. But still, Pokemon Sun and Moon weren't that great, mainly because of the evil team, Team Skull. They were nothing but an utter joke. I will admit, I did think it was kind of cool when Team Skull was working for the Aether Foundation and there were one big evil team. However, the playthrough was far too easy, and that's why Sun and Moon had to be on this spot. Next up, we have a set of games which I don't think is too popular with other people other than M&J TV and True Green 7, and that is Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Now, the main reason I put Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald this low on the list is probably because A, I don't know many people that enjoy playing it, and 2, I'm not really one of those person and that just binge plays it, you know, like, I binge play lots of other games, but I don't really binge play Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Plus, I felt like there was just too much water, if you know what I mean. Like this is like a common fact about the Hoenn region. Far too much water to surf on. Like literally, I felt like the Hoenn region was mainly water instead of land. But still, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald were amazing games. I could easily name loads of great Pokemon from the Hoenn region, such as Groudon, Rayquaza, and Blaziken. Those Pokemon alone are definitely some of my favourites. Plus, I just really love most of the Pokemon from the Hoenn region. Flygon's amazing, Salamence is amazing, Blaziken's amazing, all the legendaries are amazing. The Reggie trio aren't that bad, they could be better. But still, I really, really love these games. Next up, we have the first ever Pokemon games. And if you don't know what they are Red, Blue, and Yellow. Now, I'm just going to say right now, I have never played Red and Blue. However, I have played Yellow, which is practically the same thing, except your starter Pokemon is Pikachu, and you have to get the starters in the wild, or from trainers or whatever. And I definitely think that these games are really good, but they have their defaults. One of the main defaults is, I saw all that on Red and Blue, the sprites for the the sprites for the Pokemon, they were pretty crap. I'm sure it was good anime for its time, but still, you could have spent a bit more time to make better sprites, like you did in Pokemon Yellow. The sprites in that were amazing. And to be honest, the animation quality isn't that great. I know I'm being extremely picky, but still, I'm sure it was great anime for its time, but I've seen better quality animation. But there are still some great pros about these games. I really enjoy playing these games. They actually gave me a challenge. I love Charizard, Dragonite, Rhydon. I even really like Pikachu. They're just amazing games. I don't know what could go wrong with them. I'd highly recommend you do play them if you have not played them. And I just really love these games. The next set of games I'm going to be talking about is the one that came after Red, Blue, and Yellow. And that is Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Now, Gold and Silver were definitely some of the best games that they produced, considering it was made back in the early 2000s, or maybe the late 90s. I can't remember when it came out. But still, they were amazing Pokemon games. I've got it downloaded on my 3DS, and I really enjoy playing them. They're a really fun games to play. Gold and Silver and Crystal are just really good. I definitely prefer Gold and Silver rather than Crystal, but I still really enjoy all these games. If I had to pick a downside to these games, I would probably say the wild Pokemon come at an extremely low level, and so it's very hard to level up your Pokemon, and also it's quite hard to get money, so you need to keep hold of your money, but the best way to level up your Pokemon is through the Pokemon Daycare, which costs money the more you level it up, which was definitely quite difficult, in my opinion, but I still really enjoy these games. Some of my favourite Pokemon from Gold and Silver were definitely Typhlosion, since it was my first ever Pokemon. I quite like Ampharos, I like Tyranitar, Feraligatr, Ho-Oh. I just really love Gen 2. They're amazing games, and I definitely recommend you play them if you haven't. Okay, next up we have the follow-up games of my least favourite games, and that will be Black and White 2. Now, if you're wondering why I put Black and White 2 here, it's probably because there's more of a variety of Pokemon to pick, the battles are a lot more fun, and the storyline is, in my opinion, better. I really like that they added the PWT, Pokemon World Tournament. Like, that was really fun. Like, I had to put like lots of thought into beating in the champion and like team in the PWT. And that was definitely a great accomplishment. I used the exact same team as MJTV did when he beat the World Tournament and in the PWT. And I definitely recommend you should use that team because it is a pretty powerful team in my own opinion. Like, I really love Black and White too. Like, the gym leaders were great, apart from Roxy. But I do really like Roxy in the anime because she came across a really powerful gym leader. But in the games, you can pretty much annihilate her team with just one attack. The best part of Pokemon Black and White 2, in my own opinion, has got to be your rival Hugh. Now, he is what a rival should be. Like, he is not one of those hateful rivals or one of the stupidly friendly rivals. He's a combination of the two, and it goes well. It's a perfect match, really. And he has pretty powerful Pokemon on his team when you face him in the final battle, and that's what I really like about you. Now, this next set of games didn't quite make it into the top 5. It was definitely a toss-up between the 6th place and the 5th place, but eventually I had to come to a decision, and in 6th place is X and Y. Now, I really want to make it clear that I do really love X and Y. Now, I love the Mega Evolution features. However, there are a couple downsides to it. Like, mainly that the battles were far too easy. I hated your so-called rivals in the game. And to be honest, like, you can easily get to level 75 when you get to the Pokemon League. But that's just a bit unfair. Like, you could just knock out all of Diantha's team with minimal effort. But I do really like some of the Pokemon that are in it. Like, I really love Greninja. I love Aegislash. I really love the Mega Evolutions that they put into the game, like Mega Charizard, Mega Lucario, Mega Garchomp, even though it's not really that powerful. But still, I really love the Gen 6 games. Like, they are amazing, but like I said, like, the games were far too easy, but this is a new one. I don't really like the map layout of the region. Like, it's a bit boring in a way. Like, you're just going around in circles, and eventually you end up in Lumiose or Santaloon City. And it's just so predictable. So that's why I didn't quite make it in. It didn't quite make it into the top 5. Okay, now it's time to get into the top 5. And in 5th place, we actually have the newest set of games, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I never mentioned this on my channel, but for Christmas, I got a limited edition Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee version Nintendo Switch, which was pre-downloaded with Let's Go Pikachu. And I adored these games. Like, they were absolutely amazing. But like with all Pokemon games, they do come with cons. And I've got to say, there were a couple cons in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, even though I really like these games. The main cons was probably, I didn't quite like the fact that you couldn't, battle Pokemon to make them weaker and then catch them, because it made them harder to get. And not only that, when you get to the Pokemon League, all of the Elite Four and the Champions team, all of their Pokemon only have 3 moves instead of 4. That made them really, really easy to take down. But still, I do really love these games, and the main reason I put them in number 5 is because they were the first Pokemon games that I ever received when I first got my Switch. And that's why I really love these games. At number 4, we have, it's actually the 4th favourite game that I actually did in my top 5 favourite Pokemon games, and that is Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Now, these set of games are definitely a Pokemon game gone right. Like, it had Mega Evolutions, it was quite fairly challenging at some points, and I just really loved the games. Like, they were amazing. Like, May wasn't that much of a rival, but Wally, he's got to be one of the best rivals in the games, in my own opinion. Not only was Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire a great game, it has an amazing post-game. The Delta episode was just spot on. It didn't have a thing wrong with it. It was absolutely amazing. I loved it to pieces. It's definitely done really well. However, there is always a default. Well, in this case, there's two defaults. Too much water to surf around. Like, it was the majority of the region was water again, and there were too many legendaries. Like, a guy likes a legendary to be sort of rare, not something you can catch literally every other day. But still, I really loved Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. At number 3, we have the next games following up Sun and Moon, and that is Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were 10 times better than regular Sun and Moon. Like, not only it could we fused like Solgaleo and Lunala with Necrozma and get an Ultra Necrozma, the gameplay was absolutely spot on. Like, I really loved the new island scans in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon a lot better than regular Sun and Moon. Like, they were 10 times better, mainly because we could get loads of the starter trios, including Monferno, which means you could have an Infernape in your team, which I was really tempted to do the first time I played it, but I'm actually thinking about maybe actually doing a playthrough of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon using only Fire-type starters. If you agree, let me know down in the comment section below. The main reason I really love Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is because it's the first ever Pokemon game where I actually caught all of the Pokemon in the Pokedex and obtained the Shiny Charm. And I gotta say, it was an amazing accomplishment. However, ever since I obtained the Shiny Charm, other than the Ultra Warp Rider, I only caught like regular shiny Pokemon, but still, I have never caught a really good shiny Pokemon. Like legendary Pokemon, or even decent Pokemon that I find in the wild. They never come up as shiny. But still, I am so happy that I actually completed the Pokédex, and I love Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I can't think of any flaws to it. Like, it's just an amazing game. At number 2, we have the remakes of Gold and Silver, which were Heart Gold and Soul Silver. By now, you have figured out what my number 1 is, but let me talk about Heart Gold and Soul Silver for a little while. Heart Gold was the first ever Pokemon game that I ever called my own, and it was where I actually got my first Pokemon, which was Cyndaquil. Thanks to Cyndaquil, I have loved Fire-type Pokemon. Like, they're just so amazing. I got to say, though, that there were quite a few flaws of the game, like mainly Whitney and Claire. Like, those two gym leaders alone will make you want to quit Pokemon. It's really hard to level up your Pokemon in these games. Like, the wild Pokemon that you can actually find, they are an extremely low level and don't give away much experience. So you have to put them in the Pokemon daycare and hope that you'll be able to level them up fairly quickly. I've actually found a cheat on how to make your Pokemon over-leveled. If you want me to let you know what it is, let me know down in the comment section below and I'll tell you. Heart Gold and Soul Silver has such a sentimental attachment to me. They are an amazing game. They have some of the best Pokemon in the game. It has a great story, and I also really love that how you could face the other 8 gym leaders in the Kanto region and face the Pokemon legend Red. I know that you can do this in regular Gold and Silver. However, I feel like Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Red gives you more of a challenge, because when I first faced him in Gold and Silver, I knocked him out in my first attempt. So, and that's why I think Heart Gold and Soul Silver are amazing games. However, there's one more set of games that beat all of them. And finally, at number 1, we have Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Come on, was there any doubt that I was going to put this on number 1? Like, I didn't think so. Like, these are the best Pokemon games ever created. If you disagree, please leave. I'm only joking, you can stay. But still, they're the best games ever. Like, the story is amazing. The starters are amazing. The rival is meh. The Elite Four are amazing. The gym leaders are amazing. The champion is amazing in more ways than one. If I had to pick something bad about Diamond and Pearl, I'd probably say that there aren't many fire Pokemon to choose from. So you're pretty much stuck with Infernape. Like, Rapidash is pretty crap. However, they did change that in Platinum by adding Houndoom and Magmortar. So, that was pretty sick. And I really enjoy these games. Like, I always enjoy binge playing these games. They are the best Pokemon games that I have ever come across. I don't think there will be any other Pokemon game that can outrank it unless they make remakes of Diamond and Pearl, which I really hope they do, because it would be an amazing game. And hopefully they'll also give the starters Mega Evolutions, but that's neither here nor there. Other than there aren't many fire types Pokemon in Diamond and Pearl, I don't see anything wrong with the games. Like, they are absolutely amazing. Like, I just love them to pieces. And that's why they had to be at number 1. And there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did. I'm giving a shout out to David, also known as Dr. Amnesia, who recommended that I did this video. So thank you, David. I hope that this video goes as well as you think. While we're on the topic of David, I have a quick announcement. We actually have been thinking about making a second channel together. So that way we can upload like anime-themed stuff. Like top 10 ends of all sorts of different animes, like battle each other on Xenoverse, like play anime card games, and just do all sorts of fun anime things. So if you think we should, let me know down in the comment section below, and if we do, I'll let you know when we're uploading the channel. If you enjoyed this video as much as I did, be sure to give it a massive thumbs up, comment down below, share this video with a friend, and if you're new, subscribe to my channel to be an Inferno today. Okay, that's all from me, so until the next time, this is Infernape, signing off. Bye!